Hey everyone, Miss Pie here. Posting another video for the rules for subtracting integers, okay? So once you're good with adding integers, move on to subtracting. So when we're subtracting integers, all I need you to think is you're gonna add the opposite, okay? So what is an opposite? Well, if I have a positive 9, the opposite of that is gonna be a negative 9, okay? If I have a negative 3, the opposite of that is 3, okay? So just to give you an idea of what we're talking about as far as what an opposite is. So you can use the phrase keep, change, change, similar to like when you're dividing fractions, keep, change, flip, or keep, switch, flip, however you word that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the first number, change the sign, okay? And that will help us add the opposite, okay? So like I said, keep the first number, change the subtraction to an addition sign, but you have to be careful here. This is the most important one, and this is where I have seen most of the mistakes. You have to change the sign of the last number, okay? So for example, if I have something and it's 3 minus 7, okay? Are there parentheses around the 7? No. That means that 7 is a positive, and we're gonna treat this sign like a negative. So I'm gonna say 3, I'm keeping it exactly the way it is, changing that subtraction to an addition sign, and then since the 7 does not have parentheses, I'm adding parentheses and a negative, okay? Those parentheses are the best thing that can help you for this last step here, all right? So now let's see what it looks like. There's a couple different ways that you can think about it. You can think of it as the keep, change, change, all right? So we're gonna look at the example here, 12 minus negative 6. It's a lot going on here, I know, so just bear with me. But it just repeats itself. We're gonna keep 12 exactly the same, change the subtraction sign to an addition sign, change the negative 6 to a positive 6, because you can see the parentheses. And then we're gonna use our addition rules and we'll have our answer, all right? So they're showing you there's the subtraction equation, 12 minus negative 6. We know it's a negative because it has parentheses around it, and you can see the negative inside. So we're keeping that 12 exactly the way it is, changing the subtraction to an addition sign, and since the 6 has parentheses and a negative, we take that away and have just a positive 6, okay? Another thing that I like to do, and it's a visual for me, when I see those two signs together, I come here and I circle them and I put a plus up above it, because I know that two negatives equal a positive, okay? And that's exactly what we've got here. So now you know that 12 plus 6, they're both positive now. We're just gonna add them and keep it positive. Gives us 18. Once again, right here, you can see it a little bit better. Whenever I see those two signs together, separated by that parenthesis, I come here, I circle it. That's the first thing I do. And then I know, now it's 12 plus 6. I don't have to worry about subtracting or am I adding and so forth. Okay. Just another way that they worded it is that we're gonna subtract the integers by rewriting it as addition. That's what the first page was talking about by adding the opposite, all right? So if our problem is negative 5 minus 20, remember, if we're gonna, whether you think keep, change, change, or rewrite to addition, you still have to keep that first number identical. It has to stay negative 5. Then you can change the subtraction to an addition, and then you're gonna add parentheses around the 20, since you know that it doesn't have parentheses, and you're gonna add that negative there. All right, so once we rewrite that, it looks a little bit nicer because we can quickly and easily see, okay, negative 5, negative 20, same sign, add them, keep the sign. Your answer is negative 25. Real life example, you could think that, okay, if you start negative, all right, so say my bank account has a balance of negative $5. I go to the gas station and maybe I've got some overdraft protection, okay, so it'll allow me to overdraw and then take money from somewhere else. So I have to get gas. So I go to the gas pump, I swipe my card, it takes another $20 out of my account, another $20. So you can see if I'm starting in debt and I'm adding more debt, I'm gonna be further in debt, if that makes sense. Few examples here that I want to go over quickly, and then I will upload this and you guys can take a look. So first example, we've got 3 minus -3. Okay, told you how my brain works. I see those two signs together, I'm coming here and I'm circling them and adding that plus sign. You can rewrite it if it helps you. We're going to keep the 3 as a +3. We're going to change that subtraction to an addition sign, and then since this second number has the parentheses, we take out the parentheses and take out that negative sign, okay? So whatever way you think of it, you're still going to get the same result, okay? I don't care how you do it as long as it's consistent and you're comfortable with it. And then as we can see, they're both positive. You add them together and our answer is 6. Example 2. That's similar to the one we just talked about with -5 minus 20. Okay, so I always like to pull in a real life scenario just to get you to see what this is. Okay, so if I, like I said, started with my bank account in -$5, maybe I swiped my card for a couple candy bars or something at the gas station and it took out another $4. I'm going to be further in debt. Okay, if you think of keep, change, we're going to keep that first number exactly the way it is, change the subtraction to addition, and add the parentheses and a negative around our 4. And then once we have our addition problem, it kind of helps you visually see, okay, they're both negative. I'm going to be further in debt. My answer is -9. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got something similar going on. Once again, starting negative and you're taking more away from it. You're gonna be more negative. Keep, change. You would keep the first number exactly the way it is, change the subtraction to addition. 7 has no parentheses, so I know it's positive. Add parentheses around it and that negative sign. Now I can visually see, okay, yes, they are both negative, so my answer is going to be -9 once again. Just taking 2 plus 7 and I get 9, keeping that negative sign. Going back to our integer rules, adding integer rules. Okay, example 4, 5 minus -5. I don't know what you want to call it. If somebody comes up with a good term for it and you like this way or this method, let me know. I'll start calling it that. I don't know. It's what my brain does. So then I can visually see both of those negatives go away and I only have keeping the 5 as it is, changing the subtraction to addition, taking the negative and the parentheses off of that 5. 5 plus 5 gives me 10. They're both positive. My answer is positive. Last one, we've got a -3 minus -4, okay? So I know it looks like there's a lot going on here. Don't let this scare you. It's the same thing that you just saw here. The only difference is our first number is also negative. So you can either do this little method here, or if you keep, change, you have -3, change subtraction to addition. Since the 4 has that negative in the parentheses, we take it off, all right? So now we have -3 plus 4. So this is a problem where it is important to rewrite it as addition because it helps us see, okay, they're different signs. What I'm gonna have to do is subtract these two numbers, and then I'm looking, okay, 4 is bigger, it's positive, there's no parentheses around it, my answer is positive. Hope this helps. Thanks, have a great day.